They whispered the same phrase every morning, and the money came. They wrote it once under their pillow, and checks began to arrive they didn't expect. They didn't hustle harder. They didn't pray louder. They didn't beg. They aligned. And alignment obeys something deeper than effort. It answers sound, intention, and resonance. There are mantras that move money, not because they are magic words, but because they rewire the soul. They retune the channel you're transmitting from. And when the frequency shifts, the wealth shows up. Let me show you what happens when you stop asking and start vibrating. When you stop begging and start commanding. When you stop feeling unworthy and finally let your voice open the gate. Today, I'll give you 3 mantras. Not affirmations to repeat mindlessly, but energetic spells, words alive with intention. These are words that don't just call wealth to you. They change who you are while it arrives, but don't rush to them. You have to open space inside first. You have to get still, breathe slowly, and listen to what I'm about to say next, because the way we begin matters. So repeat with me. I'm not waiting on money. Money is waiting on me. Again. I'm not waiting on money. Money is waiting on me. Say it again till you feel the switch flip, until the chasing stops, until you can feel money already on its way, breathless to reach you. Now listen closely. The first mantra is ancient, simple, and potent. It's this: everything I speak speaks back with abundance. Let it land. Let it circle your ribcage. Let it rise up the spine like a knowing. You are not speaking into silence. You are speaking into a field that answers. You are speaking into the very fabric of reality, and that fabric listens. When you speak lack, it multiplies. When you speak love, it answers. When you speak debt, it finds ways to deepen it. When you speak wealth, the flow responds. So begin now. Everything I speak speaks back with abundance. What does that mean? It means your words have currency. They are checks written in the unseen. They are blueprints whispered into spirit. Speak poverty, and you draft your drought. Speak wealth, and a flow cannot resist you. This is not metaphor. This is law. Just like gravity, just like magnetism, you are already manifesting. You're just not always aware what you're saying. So change what you say, and everything will try to match it. Speak increase. Speak beauty. Speak circulation. Speak divine provision. And the echo that returns to you will feel like a miracle, but it won't be. It'll be obedience. Let's anchor the first mantra again. Everything I speak speaks back with abundance. Say it every morning. Say it before you pay a bill. Say it before you check your bank account. Say it when doubt creeps in. Your mouth is a gate. Make sure only wealth walks through. Now pause, close your eyes, and breathe, because we are about to open the second mantra. And this one flips the entire structure inside your subconscious. Before I give it to you, take this moment to subscribe to this channel if you feel something stirring inside. We are not here to repeat tired affirmations. We are here to awaken the divine wealth script buried in your soul. If this resonates, join us, because I promise you, this is just the beginning. Let's continue. The second mantra is different. It is a remembering, a deep knowing you were told to forget. It is this: I carry ancient permission to receive. Read it again. I carry ancient permission to receive. You don't have to earn what is already yours. You don't have to justify receiving. You don't need to prove yourself to abundance. You are not here to beg, bargain, or barter. You are here to receive. Your ancestors prayed for this. Your soul signed a contract before you were born, a promise to hold wealth with grace. And every time you feel unworthy, it's not truth, it's programming. Programming from the world, from trauma, from voices that feared their own power and silenced yours. But not anymore. You carry ancient permission to receive. You don't need someone else to validate it. You don't need the numbers to look right first. You only need to remember who you are, and the gates will respond. Say it with me. I carry ancient permission to receive. Let it echo. Let it break chains that have lived in your body for decades. Let it wash over every belief that told you you were too much or not enough. You are the wealth, and wealth is just waiting for you to believe it. Now pause again, because I want you to do something powerful. Comment below with this: I carry ancient permission to receive. Write it. Let it become real. Let it be witnessed. You never know who needs to read your words and be reminded. Let's keep going. Because the third mantra, it doesn't just shift the flow. It opens a portal, a quantum invitation, and it's coming next. But first, breathe. Open your hands and let the next words arrive. There is a sound, a vibration, a sacred sequence that reorders everything around it. It is the third mantra. And when spoken with presence, with reverence, and belief, it does not ask money to arrive. It commands it. Because now, you're not whispering like a seeker. You're speaking like the source. Here it is. I am the place where divine wealth becomes real. Again, I am the place where divine wealth becomes real. Feel the power of that. You're not waiting for something external to happen. You are the event. You are the location where invisible becomes visible, where spirit becomes form, where the unseen becomes spendable. You are not outside of the flow. You are its center. Say it again. I am the place where divine wealth becomes real. Say it slowly. Let it pass through your body like warm light. Let it hit your hands, your chest, your throat, your belly. You are a living altar, a walking temple of abundance. The idea of wealth without you, incomplete. This is not arrogance, it is alignment. When you finally realize that money doesn't arrive to prove something, it comes to partner with you, to co-create, to expand the good you already carry. You are the place it's been searching for. You are the vessel. You are the garden. You are the gate. I am the place where divine wealth becomes real. Say it before you work. Say it before you sell. Say it before you create, give, write, speak. Share or receive. It changes what you make. It changes what you magnetize. It changes how money treats you. Because you stopped being a beggar. You remembered you were a bridge, a meeting point, where divine intention and human expression become one. Pause. Breathe. This is big. And if you've made it this far, I want to tell you something most won't hear. The mantras alone are not the power. You are. The mantras simply mirror your capacity back to you. They awaken what's already yours. They clear away the fog. They speak past the fear. They activate the inheritance that was never lost, only silenced. But today, it's awake again. Let's summarize now, not for the mind, but to seal it in the heart. Say each mantra slowly, one after the other. 1. Everything I speak speaks back with abundance. 2. I carry ancient permission to receive. 3. I am the place where divine wealth becomes real. These are not just mantras. They are mirrors, reminders, and maps back to your original design. Now, if you feel the energy of this, don't just leave. This is your moment to act. Take a second and subscribe to this channel, because every video here is not made to entertain you. It's made to restore you, to help you rebuild your inner economy, reprogram your spiritual relationship to wealth, and to rewire what money feels like in your body. So hit that button, not for me, but for the part of you that's ready. And once you've done that, I want you to go deeper. In the next section, we'll not only integrate these mantras, we'll talk about how to use them daily, when to speak them, what to visualize, and how to anchor them in your nervous system so they don't fade in 48 hours. Because this isn't a spark you light and walk away from. It's a fire you tend until wealth is your second nature. We're about to move from reciting to receiving. Stay with me, because what's coming next changes everything. So, you've spoken the mantras. You've felt them echo through your chest, your spine, your jaw, your breath. Now let's move into application, because repetition without alignment becomes noise. But repetition with rhythm, that's manifestation. Let's begin with the how. When do you speak these mantras? When you first wake up, before the mind remembers yesterday's lack. When your feet first touch the floor. When you're pouring your morning tea or sitting quietly in your car. You don't need incense. You don't need silence. You don't need perfection. You only need presence. Say them like this. Everything I speak speaks back with abundance. Hold it. Visualize golden words floating from your mouth, then circling back, wrapping around you, flowing into your hands like liquid gold. Now say, I carry ancient permission to receive. As you speak this, see doors opening, not physical doors, but energetic ones. Doors your mother never got to walk through. Doors your grandmother was told didn't exist, but you carry the key. And finally, the third. I am the place where divine wealth becomes real. Now this one requires posture. Straighten your back, relax your face, lift your chin, because you're not just talking to the universe. You're reminding it where home is. You're saying, I'm ready. I'm not waiting. I'm not begging. I'm not apologizing. You're saying, I'm available in full. Say it. Say it again. And then let it go. Let it work in the background. You don't have to stare at the seed you planted and scream, grow. You trust it. You water it. You show up. That's where the power is. But now comes something deeper. I want you to start using these mantras not only with your voice, but with your money. That's right. Before you send a payment, before you receive one, before you log in to check your balance, speak. not from fear, not from lack, but from divine rhythm. Say, money, I bless you. Go and return multiplied. Say, this exchange is holy. I give in trust, and I receive in joy. You see, money responds to reverence, to clarity, to celebration, not to begging, not to desperation. When you treat every dollar like a sacred guest, it invites more of its kind to join you. That's alignment. And yes, if you're still watching right now, you're not just curious, you're ready. You've crossed the line between dabbling and devotion. So here's what I want you to do. Scroll down and leave a comment. Write this, I receive in full. Write it not for me, but to witness yourself, to plant the flag, to say, this is who I am now. It matters. Words matter. Movement matters. Energy multiplies what you anchor. So pause, write your declaration, then return. Because in the final section, we take these mantras from affirmation to activation, from belief to bankable. And I'll show you how to live them so deeply, so naturally, that the world can't help but respond. You're doing sacred work here. Let's finish it. Now, let's take everything you've spoken, everything you've felt, and make it move. Because the final layer isn't just repeating mantras, it's becoming them. Let me show you what I mean. When you walk into a room, does your energy say, I am the place where divine wealth becomes real? When you open a bill, do you shrink? Or do you smile and whisper, I give in trust and I receive in joy? When someone compliments your dress, your wisdom, your presence, do you downplay it? Or do you say, I receive in full? You see, mantras aren't magic because of sound. They're magic because of integration. They're a rhythm you live by, a vibration you carry into every room. And here's the secret. Wealth is never random. It's rhythmic. It flows to those who stay in the beat. So, start walking like someone who is already provided for. Start dressing like someone who loves to be seen. Start speaking like someone who knows words are spiritual currency. And the more you spend in truth, the richer you become. Now, let's get even more practical. You've got your mantras, you've got your rhythm, but how do you build a life around it? Here's a simple divine design practice to carry forward. 1. Start every day with your 3 mantras, even before your feet touch the floor. 2. Bless every transaction, no matter how small. Groceries, gas, tips, tithes. Speak over each one like it's a portal. 3. Give thanks before it arrives. Write this. Thank you for the money already on its way. Repeat it until your body believes it more than your eyes do. 4. Create a receiving ritual. A bowl on your desk, a notebook by your bed, a candle you light every payday. Something that tells the universe, I'm ready to receive, in ceremony. 5. Tell someone else the truth. Teach one person what you now know, because what you share from love returns in overflow. Now listen, you didn't come here to hustle. You didn't come here to beg the universe for crumbs. You came here to align, to remember, to restore divine rhythm where there was once resistance. And if you've made it to the end of this video, It means something ancient in you just woke up. So take a breath and whisper this last mantra. I now live in the flow that cannot be stopped. Again, I now live in the flow that cannot be stopped. Once more, I now live in the flow that cannot be stopped. Now pause, smile, and if this video spoke to you, let it speak through you. Share it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Not just for more videos, but because something in you knows this is your rhythm now, your tribe, your timeline. Whisper the words, I now live in the flow that cannot be stopped. Seal it, feel it. Let the algorithm of the universe work in your favor. You're not chasing abundance anymore. You're attracting it effortlessly. Why? Because now you remember who you are, and that changes everything.